Hey, Plant Fam! Thanks for joining me for this week's Plant Chat Live. As always, my name is Katie, your plant lady, and I have been for the past 7 years. So, the hot topic this week in the South, especially in North Carolina, local North Carolina plant news, is the weird weather that we're about to get. We're not really used to snow. We definitely don't want anything that's called ice. And there's a plant expo in Raleigh. What drama has gone on this week in the plant world in North Carolina? If it is safe to do so, do join us out in Raleigh on the NC State Fairgrounds because there will be a plant expo and they are going to have an opening spot on Friday night from 5 to 8:30 if you're able to make it out before the weather, whatever type of weather we are getting in North Carolina. You never know. It can do all of the snow stuff and then be 70 right afterwards. Joy. So I'm going to show you guys some of the plants I have tonight, as well as talk a little bit about what to do in times of really terrible cold and how to mitigate those for your plants. So if you are keeping your plants outside in a greenhouse, and it's like no judgment here, totally have used an Amazon greenhouse. It's plastic tent, basically. That's what I used to call mine. And you're using electrical heat. If it's going to be below like 30, definitely down in the 20s, you really want to make sure that you're supplementing that electrical heat with something like propane or kerosene. I've used kerosene before to supplement. Really even just bringing those plants inside for the weekend, maybe if you can. Also, a lot of us are worried about our indoor plants if we lose weather. Here in North Carolina, when we get ice, we lose power. And obviously there goes the heat with it. Now, if the power is going to be out more than 3 hours, if you have some supplemental heating for yourself and your family and your pets, try to group some of your plants, or at least your most rare ones, into the same room with you to keep that heat join in there. But if you can't and you're unfortunately without any supplemental heating, do what's best to keep yourself safe. Do not try to start some type of fire indoors and poison yourself, because that's not going to help you or the plants. Make sure to keep yourself safe above all. But like I've said, I've supplemented with kerosene on the indoors and in my greenhouse. There's generators and things you can use if you are using a space heater. Again, do keep an eye on it and don't leave the house with it on and running. They're very dangerous. So here is a beautiful colored plant that we have. It's a Croton batik. And I just got some beautiful colors for the expo this weekend, but for plants in general, because it is January, it is gloomy. Obviously, I'm just talking about a winter storm coming in whatever type that is. And we just need some like color. I mean, we got greenery and we need that definitely, but like the color, the flowers. I don't know why I tried to smell this. I was outside today though, and I have something always blooming in my yard. And I know I'm going to get this wrong. My forsyth is blooming and it's yellow. Whatever it is, it's yellow and blooms in January. It's a huge hedge and it's just blooming. And I'm like, go on you. Winter storm coming, January, you don't care. Yellowing it all up. It's beautiful over there in that one little corner of the garden. It's like ready for spring. This is a really cool philodendron that's kind of trendy right now. It's called the snowdrift. Very beautiful. I love how this plants, and I'm going to show you some, like this white fox syngonium, have that really like creamy lime color on their leaves. Syngoniums are often really easy to take care of, and they do often grow in a vine-like bushy habit. They also have a lot of different foliage types. This one's really cool with their elongated leaves. I do have a thing with elongated leaves. I do love them. Here's another syngonium with some very vibrant foliage. Very beautiful. Thanks for joining me tonight. Like I said, I'm just showing you guys some plants that I have pulled out. I had a live. I'll be at an expo this weekend. So I just wanted to show you some of the beauties that I was looking at, because why not? We always love some good plants to look at. Now, this Monstera Peru, I love for its texture. It does vine out, climb, whichever you prefer. I have mine vining down from my ceiling in my living room. I've had it for years, and it's just, I love vining plants. This is a beautiful rare plant. I think it's a gigantum variegated. Some new leaves growing in on there. I have that in some chunky soil mix, but my go-to is perlite added into just any type of potting soil. This is another beautiful alocasia that I have in. This is the Appaloosa Gold, I believe. I'll have at the expo this weekend. Beautiful variegation on these plants, really. I will show you guys this beautiful rubber tree that I just sold earlier on my live. Look at this beauty. It's so big. I'm going to be so sad to see it go. I told my sister to give me back hers. I'm going to have to go over to her house and look at it. Maybe I should get myself one, but I really don't need to. This is a beautiful skeleton key, and I love it. As I said, elongated leaves, but when they do fenestrate, when they have some more mature leaves, let me see if I can find you guys some. They look a little sad, but here we go. Here it is, the little skeleton key of this plant. That's how the leaves look when they mature, the little weird fenestration they have going on. And a lot of times whenever you see those little white spots on the plants and you're getting them from the nursery, they have applied like a fungicide, a copicide is what I call it, because they're made like with copper often. And that can be off-putting to new plant people, but really that's, I mean, you can wash it off, but it's just something they're using because they keep plants in such close quarters and they're spraying with them, sometimes overhead. You never really want to get your leaves wet when you're watering. A lot of people really don't like it when I tell them that they shouldn't spray their plants. Don't shoot the messenger here. That's what NC State tells me, not to spray or mist your plants, because you're really just inviting a really good environment for fungal and bacterial disease. Really, the type of humidity that you're creating temporarily with the spraying or the misting, it's not long lasting, and it's doing more damage by maybe creating that environment for fungal or bacteria growth. This beautiful plant, and it's just like almost unreal, but we know it's real because I'm holding it. What can I prove that it's not AI? I don't know. It doesn't have eyes, and my eyes look correct. So that's how we know it's not AI tonight. Sorry. You're going to have to figure that one out, how to prove it's not AI. But these beautiful calatheas, they are pet friendly, which is also another great bonus of them, but they're just so beautiful, black and pink. Who thinks up these colors? I don't know, but thank you. Another beautiful combination that I have going on tonight are going to be these Pleas. Now, they're small guys, but they contrast so well, and they're both pet friendly. This one is the Friendship, and this one is the Chocolate. And they go together. They just go together. I think everybody should buy one each. And this one has some flowers coming in. Now, they're really nothing to write home about, but they are flowers. Let's see. Tyler says, like you see the videos and dipping the whole plant in the water. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, you could dip the whole plant in the water, just dry. Oftentimes when the soil is so dry, it can be water-phobic, and the water can repel off of it very fastly, just bounce right off the soil. So those times you really do want to bottom water a plant. That would be very helpful. I did some of that earlier, and that's just really to ensure that water is getting a lot of hydration. These beautiful blooming kalanchoes are very long lasting. Like I said, I had to have a lot of color and a lot of flowers for January. I just had to stop the gloom. In the grow room, it's just beautiful. It's green, there's flowers, there's lights. If you get some seasonal depression, I do recommend some grow lights and some plants. These are very long lasting. I believe I've had them last up to a month with the blooms. You can remove the spent blooms and they do bloom very easily. Now, I've talked about this before, but the waxy cuticle, the waxy coating on succulents and snake plants and even ZZ plants, they're going to keep that moisture from evaporating as fast from the leaves, from transpiring, from sweating, so to say. And plants really just do that depending on their environment, on their lighting, on the humidity that's going on, the temperature they got going on. They'll open and close their mouths to let that moisture out depending on what they need. This is a beautiful poly. And my sister, she wanted exactly a whole tray of them, and I absolutely did that for her because that is what she wanted. And she is my #1 fan. But she did graciously give me this one, and I'm not selling it. because I'm enjoying it. Sometimes I need some plants to enjoy too. You guys get so greedy. But I do hope to see you if you are in North Carolina and can safely make it to the expo in Raleigh this weekend. I will be there. If not, do make sure that you follow me so that we can chat again and you can ask all of your plant questions because I am a plant scientist. Thanks, Plant Fam, and I hope you have a safe and very warm weekend.